Good morning, everyone. I am Maria Lourdes Harabe, an assistant professor from the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, or FMDS, and I will be your host for this morning. Welcome to the official launch of the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, or the MCDR program, brought to you by UPOU FMDS in partnership with UP Resilience Institute. The launch of the MCDR program represents more than a new academic offering in our university. It is our collective response to the growing climate risks and disasters, and our sincere commitment to further prepare professionals who can transform knowledge into action and build a more resilient future for this generation and the next. We are currently live on site here at the UPOU International Convention Center and via Zoom. Before we begin today's program, let me share a few reminders. For our on-site participants, please be mindful of our cameras as we are streaming via Zoom. And for our online participants, please leave your comments in the Zoom chat box. Please do not forget to include your name and email. While today is the final day of our week-long anniversary celebration at UPOU, we are not simply marking the end of a week of celebration, a week of reflection and collaboration. At this moment, we are stepping into a new beginning, anchored in our theme, weaving intelligent futures, sustainability, well-being, learning, and entrepreneurship in the UPOU of tomorrow. The official launch of the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience represents a newfound promise to take part in climate action. Okay. Now, to give us an overview of the significant milestone and what it means for our institution and the wider community, it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning's program. Dr. Alfredo Mahar Francisco A. Lagmay is an academician of the National Academy of Science and Technology, or NAST, and professor at the National Institute of Geological Sciences, University of the Philippines. He is currently the director of the University of the Philippines Nationwide Operational Assessment of Hazards, or UPNOA, and the executive director of the University of the Philippines Resilience Institute. He received his bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of the Philippines and holds a PhD in Earth Sciences from the University of Cambridge. He was a visiting scientist at the Geophysics Department of Stanford University in 2006. His work is focused on volcano tectonics, disaster forensics, and climate change adaptation. Upon receiving his PhD, he returned to the Philippines and has been involved in numerous research efforts related to natural hazards. He lectures on Philippine disasters by virtue of having hands-on experience in search and rescue and forensic analysis of major Philippine catastrophes. These include the lethal Mindoro, Iloilo, Pampanga floods, Ginsaugon landslide, Mayon Lahars, and the Ondoy, Pedring, Sendong, Habagat, Pablo, and Yolanda disasters. With this, let us all watch the pre-recorded video message of Director Lagmay as he shares his keynote message on this momentous occasion.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. In recent years, we have witnessed stronger typhoons, record-breaking heat indices, prolonged droughts, and repeated flooding across our cities and provinces. Communities that have barely recovered from one disaster are confronted by another. Climate change is no longer a projection in a report. It is a lived reality for Filipinos. What we lack is not initiative. What we lack is integration. For decades, disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation have too often been treated separately. Response has been emphasized over anticipation. Infrastructure has been prioritized over governance. Technical reports have not always translated into better decisions on the ground. Today, we take a decisive step towards closing that gap. I extend my warmest congratulations to the UP Open University, the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, and the UP Resilience Institute as we officially launch the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, approved by the UP Board of Regents during its 1,405th meeting on 29 January 2026. This is not simply the opening of a new degree program, it is the institutionalization of an integrated approach to resilience. The Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience is a 34-unit, fully online graduate program designed for practitioners, planners, administrators, policymakers, and educators. It brings together science-based risk assessment, adaptive governance, systems thinking, and community-centered planning into a coherent framework of action. This program recognizes that resilience is not built in silos. It is built at the intersection of climate science, social equity, environmental stewardship, and accountable institutions. Through its two tracks, the program responds to different but equally critical needs. The strategic practice track prepares leaders to shape policy, manage institutions, and implement science-informed strategies. The Community Resilience and Empowerment track focuses on participatory approaches, grassroots capacity building, and inclusive local governance. Together, they ensure that resilience is strengthened both from the top down and from the ground up. What makes this initiative even more transformative is its delivery through the Open University. By offering the program fully online, UPOU removes barriers that have long prevented many professionals from accessing advanced resilience education. A municipal planner in a coastal town, a disaster officer in a mountainous province, an educator in an island community can now pursue specialized training without leaving their posts. Resilience education must be accessible if resilience itself is to be inclusive. The program advances the Sustainable Development Goals, not as a checklist, but as a framework for systemic change. It expands access to quality education. It promotes gender equity and reduces inequalities. It strengthens sustainable cities, climate action, water governance, and ecosystem protection. These goals converge in one central principle: safeguarding human dignity while protecting the environment that sustains it. In my years working on hazards mapping and risk analytics, I have seen how data can transform decision-making. When local governments understand their flood maps, evacuation plans improve. When communities recognize their exposure, preparedness becomes practical rather than abstract. Science, when translated into action, saves lives. But science alone is not enough. We need leaders who can interpret evidence, build consensus, and act with foresight. We need professionals who can anticipate risks before they escalate into crisis. We need governance that is proactive rather than reactive. the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience is an investment in that leadership. To the first cohort of MCDR students, you are pioneers. You are not merely enrolling in a graduate program, you are committing to a discipline that demands rigor, integrity, and service. The knowledge you gain here must translate into safer communities, stronger institutions, and more equitable systems. As we celebrate the 31st anniversary of the UP Open University, we affirm the University of the Philippines' enduring mission of public service. Nation building today requires resilience building. It requires integrated thinking, ethical leadership, and decisions grounded in science. We cannot stop the storms, but we can prevent hazards from becoming disasters. We can reduce vulnerability. We can design systems that protect lives and livelihoods. Resilience is not the absence of disaster. It is the presence of foresight. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang UP Open University, ang UP Resilience Institute at ang Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience.
All right. Thank you, Director Lagmay, for laying out the rationale and purpose of this event. Indeed, the growing climate risk calls for action, and the institution of the MCDR program is one step forward to climate education and action. So let's hit the ground running. Today, we also would like to acknowledge the presence of our partner, UPRI. They're online via Zoom. Yay. Additionally, we would also like to acknowledge the presence of Department of Education representatives from various regions joining us via Zoom. Now, to officially launch the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, or MCDR program, please direct your attention to the MCDR program info video.
As climate change and disasters become more frequent and complex, the need for integrated, evidence-based approaches become more urgent. To address this, the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, or MCDR program, offered by the UP Open University and UP Resilience Institute, is designed to equip professionals with advanced knowledge and skills in integrating disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation. Through the MCDR program, learners are expected to assess key concepts and principles of integrated and interdisciplinary approaches in climate and disaster resilience, to develop comprehensive, evidence-based strategies for risk reduction and adaptation, evaluate the interrelationships among the different factors that shape disaster risk and climate resilience using systems thinking, apply transformative leadership, effective communication, and collaborative problem-solving skills to drive the development and implementation of equitable and context-specific climate and disaster resilience strategies. Design resilience strategies based on evaluations of climate-related and disaster risk from a holistic perspective, integrating a broad range of multi, inter, and transdisciplinary frameworks and considerations, and develop evidence-based, cross-cutting solutions and programs that contribute to building climate and disaster resilience across different contexts. The MCDR program offers two specialized tracks to address different professional pathways. The strategic track emphasizes the integration of science-based approaches and best practices in the field. Students in this track will develop the skills to lead and manage resilience initiatives across institutions and sectors. The Community Resilience and Empowerment track emphasizes the role of local communities in DRRM and CCAM, fostering a culture of resilience and self-reliance at the grassroots level. Students in this track will gain expertise in community engagement, participatory planning, and grassroots capacity building initiatives. To support flexible and inclusive learning, a graduate certificate program is also offered as an exit option. providing formal recognition of academic accomplishments for students who are unable to complete the full master's program, while promoting career advancement and lifelong learning and resilience building. The MCDR program has a 34-unit curriculum with the following core courses. Students can also enroll 9 units from any of the elective courses. Other courses available from UPOU and other UP constituent universities can also be taken as electives upon the approval of the program chair. The MCDR is designed for a wide array of practitioners and capacity builders working across sectors and skills. Anyone with a bachelor's degree from a recognized higher education institution may apply for admission to the program. The program will be offered via the asynchronous online learning modality, providing flexible access for working professionals across the country. For more information about the course, visit our website or send us an email.
Okay. Just an update, there are 115 who are joining us via Facebook Live and 75 via Zoom. Okay? So that's quite a number. All right. And so there we have it. We have now officially launched our much-awaited Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, or MCDR program. Like what Chancellor said, it has been 2 years. And so we're here. So for more details regarding the program, please stay tuned to our official UPOU website. Okay. At this point, and as we look forward to its institution, we now welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Dean Fina Flor F. Thailand, to share her message as we move forward.
Hello, good morning. It's a short program launch. That's why we need to somehow put it in a conclusion so that we can move forward to the next. But having said that, no, as we bring this memorable event of MCDR program launch to a conclusion, we celebrate not only what we have learned and shared today, but also the bigger journey we are on together. This gathering stands as part of the Chancellor's vision under the sustainability pillar, under the transformative University of the Future, and also my propelling growth vision as FMDS Dean, coincidentally marking our first year in this leadership journey, and also of the Chancellor cabinet members. Happy first anniversary. This is a year in which we have witnessed and experienced growth, not just in numbers, though I'm just proud to say that FMDS must be the biggest faculty of studies in UPOU in terms of number of programs, degree programs, micro-credential, non-formal degrees, and even students, including MOOCs. But also in action, growth in action, character and principle, all dedicated to honor, excellence, and service to the nation. This period of growth, such as the MCDR as a great addition to the academic programs, as what Chancellor mentioned, our 39th academic program of UPOU, this resonates deeply with the 31st anniversary of UPOU, a celebration of resilience, innovation, and impact in education. True to our mission, we continue to expand opportunities that address pressing challenges and uplift communities across the country and even the world. It is in this spirit that we are really proud to reiterate this milestone that embodies this mission, the official launch of the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience, developed in collaboration with the University of the Philippines Resilience Institute. So at this juncture, we would like to thank our collaborators of this program, as already mentioned, the UP Resilience Institute, and our colleagues from other UP units, the MCDR Task Force or Committee. Congratulations! Led by Dr. Ricardo Bagarinao, and of course, member is also Doc Malu. That's why she's the appointed MC. And of course, from our colleagues from UPRI. I would also like to extend my deepest gratitude to the Chancellor who really started this journey. Sabi nga niya, 2 years. And of course, the other units of UPOU for your undying support, our partners and our future partners, and of course, the faculty and staff of FMDS who really all work hard for this program to be ready for all of you. Thus, to those who are inspired and moved by what we've discussed, I encourage you to consider applying to the MCDR program. That's really my moving forward message. No? As this is open for admissions for the first semester of academic year 2026-2027, this is an invitation to deepen your expertise, join a vibrant community of change makers, and help translate learning into meaningful, real-world solutions. Please visit our UPOU official website and admission portal, which we will be sharing a while next. And thank you for staying tuned for more updates. So as we look ahead, may the spirit of growth in action, integrity, and service continue to guide us all. Let us carry forward a shared commitment to excellence, sustainable development, and the well-being of our communities. Because when we strengthen our capacity to understand and respond to risks, we strengthen our future and we thrive as a nation and as a people. Maraming salamat po sa lahat. Mabuhay ang FMDS, mabuhay ang UPOU, mabuhay ang UP at ang ating bansa.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Din Fina. Okay. At this point, let me express our gratitude to our participants for taking the time to join us in person and virtually today. This has been the official launch of the Master of Climate and Disaster Resilience Program. For inquiries regarding the program or program offering, kindly direct your attention to the screen and scan the QR code to access our program brochure. Again, stay tuned to our official UPOU website for more details regarding the program. We hope we all stay inspired and empowered to become agents of change, fostering a collective commitment to responsible stewardship of our planet. Please look forward to future FMDS events. Thank you very much. Now, may I invite everyone to just please stay seated where you are. So we would be having our photo opportunity. Okay? So